Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
Today's topic's going to be about why people with disabilities are excluded from the diversity conversation, and that will branch off into many different topics, but today we're going to work on employment.
And reading about employment for people with disabilities, I stumbled upon an accurate and loosely sourced. In other words, I saw it more than once, but that source wasn't credited. So,
And any resources will be down in the descriptions. I will add them.
People with disabilities age 16 to 64, so this is the working years, in the United States are employed at a rate of 33% as of 2019, compared to the 77% rate of employment for the typical population. That is a crazy statistic to me, and what it spoke to me is what a loss of ingenuity, what a loss of talent that we haven't tapped into in our workforce. So I got to reading. And what I did is I Googled, you can too, I Googled employment opportunities for people with disabilities, and I stumbled upon an online publication called Diverse Ability, celebrating the advancement and achievements of people with all types of abilities. They have a website, and every year they publish a list of the corporations that do the most to employ a diverse workforce. And when they talk about diversity, they are including people with disabilities. And there was a very long list of companies that, including the U.S. government. You know, the Secret Service employs people with disabilities.
Oh, wow.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Now
Learn
you
something
know.
new every day.
Yeah, you sure do. U.S. Department of Tobacco, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
Okay.
That one too.
Well.
And the CIA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
I was very interested in that. I want to know what jobs are open, but maybe I have a new career. So, anyways, I wanted to know more about what these companies' ideas were, what their missions were, and so one corporation name popped out at me. That's Wells Fargo, because I got a bill from them every month for my mortgage. So I said, what does Wells Fargo believe? What's their motivation for employing people with disabilities? And they said, and I'm quoting from their mission statement, Wells Fargo, we create an inclusive environment where people seek different viewpoints to improve their team's results. And diversity is an integral part of Wells Fargo's success and always has been. I was really impressed by that.
Yeah, there's a quote by Verna Myers that I love. Diversity is being invited to the party, and inclusion is being asked to dance.
I like that.
Yeah.
That really is. That's a good one.
Yes,
That is good. So diversity is being asked to the party, so we're all partying.
Yeah.
But inclusion is being asked to dance. I like that.
Yeah.
So in my bumbling around on the internet, I also found a YouTube video of the manager of the fulfillment warehouse for Walgreens, and they did an experiment at their Walgreens distribution center. And what they did is they hired 1,000 people with various disabilities, including physical impairments, sensory impairments, cognitive impairments, and they put them to work at the fulfillment center. And in 1 month, they increased their productivity and their safety record. So not only were the disabled bringing it and working harder, they were also working more carefully, and they weren't making mistakes. So what a pleasant surprise, and actually fulfillment of an expectation. Because if you've ever met anyone with a disability, an adult with a disability, one of the things that they want more than anything is to go to work and have a life, a fulfilling life.
Yeah, and being a productive member of society, that's very important to them.
Right, so talking about employment, I thought, all right, how can we make this happen? Us regular folk watching YouTube, when you're finished watching us, one of the things that you can do is put your power, which is your dollars, to work and looking up whether the companies that you support financially, like my mortgage company, or a local store or a chain store or something like that, find out if they are willing to or do employ people with disabilities and spend your money that way. Another way is to try to find, there are businesses out there that were built to support people with disabilities, and one of them, I'm going to give a shout out to Puzzles Bakery in Schenectady, New York. I was on a hiking trip a few years ago, and we had heard about this place, and we decided to go check it out. What a wonderful, warm, welcoming atmosphere. The people who worked there all had some level of disability, and were extremely proud of their work. The woman that I interacted with there had memorized the menu and all the ingredients of every menu item, and it was able to give me like a detailed list of the things that I could order and what I would like.
That's great.
And it was absolutely amazing. And again, felt warm, felt welcoming. The food was nourishing, and by the existence of this business, they're helping people to fulfill their need to become productive members of society.
Yep.
They're being asked to dance.
Yep. And it's also important, like my son's just turned 14, so now it's trying to transition and get him work ready in school besides his academics, and start working on the future of potential jobs and skills for that future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I talked about ethically investing your money. I talked about supporting businesses that employ people with disabilities. And a third way I thought of that we can support employment opportunities for people with disabilities is to advocate.
Yes.
If you know you have a big box store in your neighborhood and you go there a lot and you spend a lot of money, you're familiar with the people who work there, ask. Ask if they're willing to support people with disabilities, and connect them to a local agency, because a lot of the burden of finding jobs for people with disabilities falls either to the families of these people or to agencies that are providing them with support. So another thing you can do is seek to financially support these agencies and seek to donate.
Yeah, so they
Or
can have
volunteer.
businesses that are accessible for people with disabilities, so
Right.
it makes it easier for them to be able to work.
Or if you have a business,
Yes.
seriously consider contacting your local agency that supports people with developmental disabilities, and see if they have somebody who's looking for a job that might be a good fit for you.
They're the
will
best
be-
employees.
You will be glad you did, especially based on the statistics from the Walgreens Fulfillment Center.
Absolutely.
You know, they increase their productivity and they increase their safety rating, which is, as the man in the video said, a win-win.
Yes.
So,
Absolutely. I'm Sherry, and this is Roberta, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Bridge Builders of Diversity.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
It's been a pleasure.